Right, so it's been a while since I've done a little update on this. You will notice, maybe if you watched the last one, that there was one of these on top of in the centre of these wheels. Now I've removed all those because the motor that I was going to use is this one here. Now the configuration on the Charlatan drawings is that goes onto there somehow, probably the other way around, and you bolt that to your bracket, and then you have another bracket down here somewhere onto there, and that keeps it all nice and tickety-boo. But the problem is, you can see there's barely any clearance there, and there's barely any clearance there with the wheel. Now when it's running, there is going to be a little bit of play. So what I've decided is do away with these motors. I'm going to keep the motors. These are 12 volt, 150 watt. So there's some power in them. I was going to put 3 in this using these motors, but unfortunately I just can't do that with the clearance. So they're going to go to a different project later on in the line. And I've ordered some 12, I think they're either 12 or 24 volt 250 watt motors, which I'm going to put one here and most likely one here. I am restricted by this, so this might get moved just down here, because you need a strengthening part in across here, because you have got the 2 stretchers, one here and one here. That is actually one of the old motor brackets. That'll just stay there, it's not going to get used. There's another one there, because the motor sits there, and then obviously that was on there, and I believe that used to bolt onto that. So we're doing away with that. And yeah, so I may have to move this just down to here. It's not going to cause any distortion or anything, because it's only getting moved from here to here. As far as I know, there's nothing going to go in here apart from the drawbar, and with that being there, you can see, so let me get my rule. You can see that there's still all that space there, so we should be right. So that's going to get moved to there. I'll mark up the holes, get the centres of these. I'll take it from the holes. I'll just offer it up, and then roughly measure from the top of here, and then I will measure from the top of this down, and that will give me the hole locations for there. So that's going to get moved to there, and that should free up quite a bit of space to put a motor here. So one there, one in here. I'm going to belt drive it. I shall have one pulley where my finger is, roughly, and a pulley here. Then on this side, I will have, where are we going? We're going motor sprocket there, pulley there. So on this side, we'll probably spin the motor around, pulley sprocket there, pulley sprocket on the motor. They're probably going to end up being V-belts. And so yeah, so another motor's going to go there, and one there. And with them being 250 watt motors, I'm only going to put 2 in it, so that should be enough grunt, shall we say, to get it going. I've only placed this plate on top roughly where it needs to be. It's not far off, but I'll have to drill and tap. I'll have to drill clearance in here. I'll drill and tap this a BA size of some sort, probably 2 BA, maybe 4 BA, just to bolt this on. And I can also bolt it on down here as well. I'll check the drawing and see what it says. Don't think there's anywhere else where it bolts to, but it's mainly held on by all this bracket down here. So yeah, that's where we've got to so far. I have got a controller for it to be wired in. I'm waiting for the motors to come. So once they're here, really, it's work out where I'm putting the motors, the exact location, drill and tap this and bolt them down. They've got little feet on them. They've got a big plate on them, and they're tapped M6, I believe. So I'll probably just drill clearance in here once I get worked out where it needs to be. And then we're not far off getting things rolling. I have got to, I can pull one of these out. Oh, there we go. On the drawings it says to pull that off, keyway these wheels, which I'll probably do. I'll probably put a key in here and a key in here, and I'll work it out so that I put a keyway in line with the wheel weight on one side, all 3 wheels on one side, and then imagine the wheels flipped over. I'll probably go 90 degrees and put a keyway in the other side wheels that way. Then that'll help to quarter it. So I shall, obviously there's going to be one side of the wheels, 3 wheels at one side, keyway that way. I'll also put a keyway in here, because these go on here, the cranks, and really you want these quartered. So the keyway in there and the keyway on the shaft, keyway in there, and then like I said earlier, there's going to be 90 degrees on the other side, so those will be sat there with the keyway through there. And I've got that to do. Not sure how I'm going to keyway this yet. It might involve me taking these to work and just cheekily keywaying them, because we've got a slotting machine at work. These I can just do at my leisure whenever I get a mill here. So yeah, that's where we have got so far. It's coming on. Once those middle pieces are out, you've got all that shaft room, so it's a much more simpler design. So that's where we are so far. We'll see you next time.